that corset, you know those things were hanging down to her rib cage, and that is A-okay because they were up in there and just like
lifted and supported.
It was like watching soup in a bowl, and she was just shoulders back, striding. She had like accessories, and she had like a don't with me face and like perfect makeup, and I was like, I want to be you someday. Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, then send us an email to twndpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446. We'll always be laughing here. It's our favorite way to cope. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend, and leave us a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And we thank you for coming this week. I can never tell if I start or like start and pause the timer. Oh, God. Do I sound really...
I do, so I'm
That's
sure.
right.
You sound good.
Thank you. You sound good.
Good.
You sound much better than apparently you were all weekend.
Yeah, I am back from the dead, and it feels good. I just still like, I feel like I'm in a little bit of a cloud, you know, like my mind's not like as quick, I feel like, as it was, but you know what? We're getting there, people.
We're trying.
We are trying
We're
our
trying our
best.
best. We always try our best here at the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast. Welcome back once again. If you're joining us for the first time, buckle in, because I don't even know what this is going to be today. We're both kind of running on E, but I'm feeling good about the weather shift.
Me too.
I've been feeling so happy because it's sunny, but it's cool, but it's warm. You can wear anything. It's the perfect time of year in Vegas right now. It's finally here.
It's here, and it's amazing because it feels like Halloween's here.
It is. Well, it is already here in my house. It is covering every area except for this room, really. We should decorate for Halloween. We should go to like
Home
one of the
Goods.
spooky city places or spooky city.
That actually would be a really good store.
That would be spooky city. I like it. But no, we could get and decorate the podcast. You'll notice the walls are a little different.
Yes.
I've taken down all the curtains and the string lights that only worked for like 6 months before they KO'd, and I took them all down. So now we have more room for Polaroid memories.
Yes, and it looks like now it looks like I see so many other ones I didn't see before.
Yeah, because some of them are partially covered by the curtains. So there's no more room for curtains in our life. We're bearing it all. No curtains. You're gonna see inside this house. All right. You're gonna see what we have to offer, because what we have to offer is really entertaining.
So keep watching and share with a friend.
So while you were sick and dying this week, I almost died. Ian almost died just from a hike. This is how you can tell that you and your dog are getting old, because we hiked a trail that I have hiked so many times, and my family's in town. I wanted to be like, hey, here's this hike that I really like. And so we're going along. Ian's doing his thing, and Ian goes off leash. Don't come at me. On a path, he's leashed. Up in the mountains, it's like you're jumping up boulders and things. Like he thinks he's a mountain goat. And he is not as young as he used to be, because things were going just fine. I had to help him a little bit more up the high ones, you know.
Does he bounce around out there?
He loves it. He gets so into it. And that was part of the problem. It's like me getting too excited about something, like doing a backflip, which I don't know if I've told you about yet, but I get too excited and injure myself. And he did the same thing, because we were going up a hill, and I was like, just had a moment where I was looking at him and was like, my beautiful boy, my beautiful boy. And then he slips.
He really is your child.
He is my child. The heart attack that I almost had, like, time stopped because I saw him slip down just like it was a normal rock slope, right? But he just hit like a bit of sand, and he went, and his paw just went like to the side. And the yelp that emanated from his being, my heart stopped. I almost died. It was like a whole thing. But I thought maybe it's just like he got scared, and so he yelped, but then he couldn't put any pressure on his foot.
Poor baby. So you carried him?
Yeah, we were almost to the vista. So I carried him all the way down a mountain, and he is very chunky.
Was he crying, or was he like okay?
He was only if he was like putting pressure on it. But dude, I'm talking like the day before I had attempted my first backflip, which I finally got into a foam pit. But let's just say you spend a lot of time landing on your neck and shoulders in the foam pit. And I have to carry like an almost 30-pound chonk all the way down a mountain after I just hiked up said mountain after doing backflips and legs the day before. So
I am so impressed. So did you?
I carried him like baby style for a while, one like this. And then, so what you'd have to do is you're carrying him like this, but then your back starts to hurt. So you have to hoist him like this. So he's kind of over your shoulder. So then you're kind of, like carrying a keg, but it's a corgi. Yeah. Just like that down here. I'll do this one. Just like this, but imagine much heavier, much chunkier. And you're just carrying him down, but that's too much. So then you got to scoop him like this. And now his head's on the other side. So then when you get tired of going like this, you can kind of hoist him up over this side. And the whole time you're trying to think like, all right, keep that arch in your back. And we're just going to slowly go down. But then you start like the decline. So you have to like lean back while you're holding this. So you're trying to offset, like walking down. It got to the point that we were almost back at like the flat area at the bottom of the pathway. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. So we get there. Don't you hate ads? They take away from the conversation. But you can go ad-free with us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. We create monthly photo sets, host Zoom chats for our dirtbag tiers, and even create short films. We have a wholesome pledge option if you want to show a little support, or dirtbag tier if you want to go all the way with us. We release episodes a day early for all tiers, and each episode is ad-free. So if you want to level up, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and show your support. And when I tell you, maybe a 5-minute walk back to the car, my foot, same side that he injured, slips out from under me.
From a rock?
From a rock and sand.
No!
Because there's a big sandy area. I'm not sure if you've gone with this trail on me, but with me on this. Anyway, with me on this trail before. I know what words are. Go yourself. And so what had happened was my foot slipped and I yelp, I think, because it wasn't a pain thing. It was like a what I have no footing, you know what I mean? And it just slides along and then my ankle just
twists,
but into the sand. So luckily I didn't like twist it or crack it or whatever. So I fall. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
So
it's swollen.
I got this bad puppy right here.
Oh, your
nice
knee.
And swollen up. And then I got a nice little from the sand and the rock. And then I have, I don't even know what that is, but then there's another bruise that's underneath it.
It kind of looks like a penis.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
With balls.
Yeah, and so it's all swollen.
I'm sorry.
No, but it's fine because you know what? I carried my child all the way down that mountain.
That's why she's a badass.
Would you be able to do that? People offered assistance. I said, no, this is my child. I must do this. This is my burden as a mother.
I must suffer. So you are
I
happy.
do love suffering, I think. I do.
It's a little bit addicting.
It is, because there's like, you can ask people for help, right? Or people can offer you help, but then like you didn't do it.
And you don't feel like you accomplished.
Yeah, I want to feel
conquered,
accomplished.
right?
Yes, exactly.
I hear that. You're like, I could do this.
Suffering builds character.
It makes strong people too.
Mm-hmm. It's like, even like sometimes with the makeup bags, like you'll show up with like 6 bags and,
and
I'm like,
the wheel falls off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is
Can
fine.
I help you? And you're like, no. And so of course I just grab them anyway, because how's she going to stop me? But it's like that
She's
same
a lot
thing.
bigger than I am. So to be fair, I know I have no control over whatever.
But so you like a little suffering too, though, because you're like, there's a lot of people who are not even going to offer. And even if they did, you would just be like, no, you relax.
Yeah, go chill.
Like
go sit on your heat pad.
Someone could just help us.
I have a little gift for the podcast room.
Oh, thank you.
I'd like for you to see.
I know what this is. Do you know what this is? Do you know what's in the bag?
Came
what's in the big black bag?
And it came all the way from Bali.
Bali, Ali, Ali,
Bali,
Ali,
Ali, Ali, Ali. I don't even remember it was brown. Girl.
Do you know what I had a moment is I had a little help from Maya Toys before this episode, and I pull it out, and the podcast sign, which we do have to talk about, by the way, is shining on it to a point that it looks pink and blue, like a metallic, like oxidized metal. And I was like, this is not the same, but it is the same, as you can see.
It's just got a nice high mirror finish to it.
I love it. So shiny.
And it could be an ashtray too.
It could be. I think it's for incense as well. Maybe we can burn incense in it.
Yes, there's a hole.
Oh
wait, no, I don't know if that's.
So wait, we have to do sounding. We have to sound the penis. You know what sounding is, right?
No.
Oh, you don't know what sounding is? This is a totally wholesome, not dirty podcast. Exclusive learners edition. We're going to teach today. And if y'all have never heard of sounding before, let me educate you. Sounding is when you... Me. No
Your phone rang?
Yeah. Oh. It was buzzing because I keep it silent because I'm a goddamn professional. Now, sounding. All right. You'll notice that if you've ever been in the vicinity of a penis or have one of your own, for instance, you'll notice that at the end, you have a little tip. And in that tip, there's a little hole. And so what you're going to do with sounding is take something that's like a metal rod, for instance, and you're going to press it against that hole. And you're going to slowly slide your sounding instrument down through the shaft of your cock, through your hole.
What? Okay, so like Picasso.
Yeah,
and
like
his
Picasso.
brushes.
Think Picasso, yes. Ah, Picasso. I wonder how he's doing.
I don't know, but someone added me the other day, and it was a fake Picasso.
What?
But I got excited because it was like he was trying to be Picasso, but it wasn't the real guy.
I can't believe that Picasso even has catfishes.
He does.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, he is a very talented and, you know, a
well-renowned
very
artist.
unique person.
Yes.
Who wouldn't want to be like him?
That's true. I think we all want a little Picasso in us.
So sounding.
Now, but speaking of sounding, this has nothing to do with sounding. The sign. You'll notice if you're watching on the YouTubes that we have something weird going on. It's kind of like it's pulsing. Randomly lines will go through it. It's not happening here. I know it doesn't look like it from your viewing eyes there, but here it's not happening. So we don't really know when we know when it started. It was last episode with Kitty, but we don't know how to fix it either. We've been trying. So if you know anything about lights,
call in 702-900-6446.
we need help.
We need help. Also, is it doing it now?
There's not
it's
enough
so far,
help.
I can't see.
I think it's doing that thing right now where it kind of pulses a little bit. So wouldn't it be funny though, is if it didn't do it, even though it was doing it the whole time we were setting up, and then everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or David fixes it in post somehow.
David, you are a wizard. You
David
are
is
a wizard.
And David is coming to visit soon, so we'll be able to have David on the podcast in person.
Yes.
So get ready for that.
When is he coming?
Secrets are no fun unless you are a part of one, so I'll tell you
Secrets
off air.
don't make friends.
That's right. So something else we have to talk about is the fact that I sometimes get down on myself. You know, I have those periods where I like just throw out food because I'm like, you don't deserve this, you terrible creature, you. When my family is around, I love my family so much. I don't understand how y'all do it, if I'm honest. There is so much sugar in my pantry right now. Every time I open it, I'm like, nerd gummy clusters, 4 different flavors, and there's gummy watermelon rings. What is happening? They're like, what about pizza? How about we have this Philly cheesesteak? I'm like,
all those things sound amazing. And I just haven't had any good food lately because of being sick. So it's just but banana.
I need it. I feel like I'm just full of sugar and fat right now. I'm so bloated. I can't stop eating it.
You don't look it. You're like, give me nutrients. Banana. Do your banana. Do your work, banana.
Speaking of which, have you ever had a... I'm choking on banana because I took too much of it.
That was a massive bite. It was like half the banana.
It's okay. I know how to make food come up from my throat hole without vomiting. It's called control, bitch. Look it up. Now, have you ever had a real life encounter with a witch?
I think so, but like I don't know. Like I know people that say they've like practiced like witchcraft, but I don't know if they are.
Like you're out in the wild and you just have an interaction
No.
with a person.
Have
You're
you?
like, are you a witch? I did the other day at Smith's.
What? Tell me. I need to know. Who was this
There's so
lady?
much banana on my hands. So, just going about my day, doing groceries and shit, as I do as a fucking functioning adult, and go through the line, blah, blah, blah. This woman had her cart. She honestly reminded me, she was like the height of Carol.
Uh-huh.
But then like wild black hair, right? Very like put together, but like weird clothes.
Like curly hair or just like wild, like it's teased or
like teased up a lot. You know what I mean?
Like
or
big.
Something. I can't
big hair.
I can't remember specifically, but the clothes were like very clean, very like I don't want to say like boho-ish type thing, but like
flowy.
Yeah. Right? Has like her purse and everything, has her makeup done, but like it was strange. Like I couldn't tell how old she was, but she felt very old, right? And she stops me. She's like, "Excuse me, dear, would him be able to help me? Because you know my man's with me.
Oh, okay.
Be able to help me with something?"
I was like, "Her him?
I'm not strong enough." And I was like, "What can we help you with?" And he goes, "Oh, she's stronger than me. She can help you." But she laughs and she's like, "I know this seems silly, but." Like, I can't get my purse out of the shopping cart because she had hooked like the little child belt through it. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, how can you not get that out? And I thought maybe it's stuck or something like that, right? So he goes and just unclenches it, and it's the easiest thing ever. And I even like squeeze it after to like pull it apart, and I was like,
What?
This is not. It's not stuck. Do you know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
like,
it's just like a belt buckle.
you're saying
like
it's very
this.
stuck. There's nothing about it that seemed remotely stuck. Wouldn't fidget with it at all.
Did she not know to push the sides? Maybe she was just trying to pull it apart.
I don't know, right? But here's the thing: is like we helped her, very easy, said, and she goes, like, "Thank you so much. You are a good soul." And then I was like,
What?
"Thank you." And then she reaches into her bag and goes, "Now you get chocolate." And I don't know what's in here, but I think it's hexed. We were at Trader Joe's. Why did she just have Trader Joe's chocolate to pull out of her purse to help, to give in exchange for helping? Do you know what I mean? It was the weirdest thing.
Wait.
I asked my man, I'm like, is this a witch? No, I opened it to see. I'm like,
Yeah.
did she
What does
fucking
it
put
look
acid
like?
in this shit? And it's like
It's
sealed.
Oh, okay.
And everything. But here's the thing, I don't trust it. You can use needles. And, like,
Yeah,
put
I was
stuff into the
thinking that
chocolate,
too.
right? But also, like, do you want to just try it?
Sure. This is another totally wholesome exclusive. If we die, we're going out together.
Because I was like, and it's not even expired.
No,
You
it's
know what
brand
I mean?
new.
But in her purse, it looked like there was nothing but this bar of chocolate, which was even weirder because she had things in her cart like she had just paid for them or something.
What did she buy?
Where is everything else in the purse? Why is it only chocolate?
I don't know. Let's eat some.
She's a witch, right?
You are a good soul.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers. All right.
I don't really
chocolate.
like the chocolate, if I'm honest. It's kind of like,
It tastes healthy,
it does.
right? It tastes like the chocolate that the doctor says you can eat because it's good for your heart.
It's like chocolatey stuck in my teeth somehow.
I'm in for it. I could barely taste it too.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like it doesn't have a flavor, but it has the consistency of chocolate.
Chocolate.
I almost blew out my vocal cords in the car today just doing that for my brother's entertainment. I'll try it for you now.
Me.
Is anyone else a fan of SpongeBob? Then you'll remember the little emaciated granny that I aspire to be someday.
Chocolate. I remember when they first invented chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated it.
perfect. You do that so well.
Thank you.
It's a major skill. You add it to your resume.
Speaking of smoker's voice, though, I was walking into like a store this morning, and this woman pulls up, right? Oh, I have two old ladies to tell you about that are my fucking heroes, and one is starting here. She pulls up in this like fancy yellow. It was either a Camaro or Corvette. Either one, I don't fucking remember because I wasn't really paying attention. It was just like yellow sports car, right? And when I had first pulled up, I like parked, and then I saw right here there's like a little McDonald's cup on the ground, and I was like, fucking come on, people, right? Thinking to myself, there's a trash can right there. But I had a thing, so I go in, and as I come out from the store, she's parking, and she's staring at the thing, and then she looks at me and she goes, "Can you believe the audacity of people? There is a trash can right there." And I was like, yeah, people are shit. And she picks it up and she walks over and chucks it in the bin. And then like storms into the store. And I was like, God damn. And I pull away, and her license plate had something like some vanity plate. I don't remember exactly what it was, so don't worry, I'm not like doxing or anything, but it was something like Sweet Mama or something like that, right? And she was dressed like, she was an older woman, but she was dressed very like tight black pants and just like a fucking badass. And I was like, I want to be like her someday.
Wow. Like an ultimate badass.
Yeah, she was very cool. I was like, are you my mom?
Sweet mama.
Sweet mama. Didn't seem very sweet, but that's the kind of sweet I like.
I get
a little bit
it.
of pain with your pleasure, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. She's like, you'll like what I'm giving you, whether it's good or not. Booyah. She's a badass.
That's it.
Oh, man. People are wilding out there.
I thought
Is
she
it
was
the
cool,
full
though.
moon this week?
I don't know. But what I do know is she was really fucking cool. And I agree completely. It's like the thing with people not returning shopping carts, where I'm just like,
That's also like a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Like, why do you leave it there so that it can almost hit any car nearby or...
what's one of your biggest pet peeves? So I did a solo episode in Australia
Yeah.
where people replied about what their pet peeves were, right? But do you have any specific
Let me think.
pet peeves or
I guess
things like...
chewing with your mouth open. That's a big
Yeah,
one.
I had a whole rant about that.
I can't with that.
What about things like in your own home?
Um,
Like if this
yes.
happens, like for instance, for me, if it's like there's little spots on the counter, I have to clean them up. I'm like, they're there. They need to be cleaned up. Like,
whenever I find like random socks on the floor, like, and I don't even know if it's the ferrets just throwing them or like
Yeah.
playing with them, and I'm
you're like this motherfucker.
yeah, and I'm just like, come on, like I'm always picking up socks.
It's like you don't have a lost sock problem. You just have like socks that you adopt.
I
like,
have
you
a lost
so
sock problem too, which is partially why I get upset, I think, because I'm like, here's the missing sock. It's been here
Yeah.
all this time behind the couch. Like, why? And it's got to be the ferrets.
How does a sock get behind a couch?
Ferrets?
No.
I don't know though. Or does it just like somehow make its way? Like someone kicked it back there? I don't. Whatever. But the cleaning thing, yeah. Like I don't really have that issue, but I know. Like Carlo does, because he's constantly wiping the counter with all the little weed
I feel like I
crumbs.
could just wipe the counter all day long.
Yeah.
I'm just like, give me a Clorox wipe and tap me in, coach. I'm good. I can just wipe all day. Like, if that was a job, I would be really good
Come
at
over.
it. Like a professional wiper.
You have work at my house.
I'll do it. Trade a makeup sesh for a cold cleaning session. Just come over and deep clean your house.
Fuck. Can you get the corners?
Yeah. I love getting the corners. Are you fucking kidding me? Some people out in Vegas are all about lines, right? I'm about corners because corners get nasty.
They get
so you
yuck.
corners are nasty as fuck. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta get your hand with that nice little cloth just along that baseboard and you just run it into the corner, right? But then most people stop. Most people are like on to the next line. Nah, not me. Corners. Because if you look at the buildup of corners.
I've taken Q-tips and like, it's gross.
You just made me so wet right now. Bitch got in there with a Q-tip. She got shit
Straight
done
up.
because
I go like this because it gets stuck.
I get excited when you like do that thing, and even if it looks clean, if you
It's
take
not.
if you take a wipe to it, you're like, that shit was not clean. Look, and you're showing it to yourself because no one else cares but you.
Or no one's around, and I'm like, yeah.
I'll like send a photo. I'm like, babe, look
Look how clean.
how clean these
Look
corners
how
are.
filthy we were.
Yeah, but not anymore.
That makes me happy.
I love it. I love cleaning out a corner.
The thing is with me, I'm very height challenged, so I'm always like to get the tops of the mirrors.
Yeah, I don't need a step ladder. You need like a full extension ladder.
I jump up the counters.
hell yeah.
I have to stand on them.
That's how you've been working out. You just get your box squats and you're like jumping up.
Basically.
I'm just picturing you like, all right, 3, 2, and you like, just watch me break the couch like I broke the chair.
Oh, I just had an idea.
What?
Crap. Well, we're gonna have to like plan this one out.
Crabs.
But no, remember we were gonna do the
POV. I know.
that lady. What's her name with the short hair? And I pictured her when you did that
Edna
mode and like the
We should do
Avengers.
that.
Was that the Avengers?
No.
The Incredibles? Okay.
Yes.
I gotta watch that movie.
You do. I
Is
can't
it
believe
really
you've never.
good?
It's really good. We should get baked and watch it because I will watch it over and over again. I love that movie. I love it so much.
I need to get the character down too.
And I did have because we have not been seeing each other
Because of being sick.
very much. Yeah, being sick and then just work and then you getting booked other things and then it's just been crazy, girl.
Traveling.
Travel, everything. Blah 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 blah.
Do you have notes?
Oh, I found a new hobby that I want to do. That's just one of the notes, but wood burning.
What's that?
We're gonna take a moment and I'm just gonna show this to you. David, you can cut this. I don't care.
What is wood burning?
All right, wood burning is where you make art by you get these little. It's on my wish list if ever anyone wants to help me pursue my dream of woodworking. It's just my latest fixation. Get on it. It's so good. It's so good. So you take like these tools that are like super hot, right? And you burn designs into wood. And I need to show you what I saw today that made me want to get a wood burner. So, and I also bought the paint. So I don't know when
What's
I'll
the
use
paint?
the paint. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. You're not ready.
Are you going hard in the paint?
I'm going hard in the paint. All right. I'm just going to show this to you, David. I might just give you an overlay and we'll give a shout out to the person who did it.
This is so dope.
It's beautiful. David, I'll put it right here. For those who are just listening, if you want to watch, go to youtube.com/@TWND podcast.
Sorry.
It's so cool. Can you give a shout out to the name?
Yes, sunflower_Mary. Check it out. Sunflower_Mary.
It's just made me so happy. And it's like a
Whoa.
Halloween thing and the
It's
final at the end.
shimmery.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
You're not even ready. It's not finished. It's so satisfying.
Whoa.
I know.
Dude.
And I'll never be able to make anything as beautiful as that, but I want to try.
Yes, you will. Holy shit.
So many random hobbies.
That is so cool.
Do I need another hobby
Yeah.
right now?
Did you do the resin thing? Are you going to do
No,
the
not yet. That's on the back burner for now.
And I'm going to
Wood burning.
I'm trying to
It's a
learn how to
burn joke.
DJ, so that's going to be a thing. But I'm going to watch YouTube videos before I invest in like the equipment. Like
Or I'll hire
real,
you
like,
for a party with all of our friends.
It could be
It's just
us.
me.
It's us. And we can record it. We could make it a podcast thing for the Patreon.
We should actually. You know what'd be fun is to
That
have.
would be-
All right. Figured out the next
We'll
thing.
have a party.
You're going to teach yourself to DJ. We're going to invite past guests. And we're going to have our own little party, our own little DJ
That'll
party.
be sick.
Because there's enough room now with the way I reorganized the house because I got bored and had to reorganize it, that we could set up a little DJ booth for you.
And I'll be in the corner.
And we're all just like, Laura, Laura.
We could even sing karaoke.
We could. We can just do a whole big mix up.
That would be fun.
Do you think anyone will come?
Yes, us.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just be on there on the floor. Coming. It's. I really wish that there was a live studio audience. I know that people would laugh. It can't just be me.
Oh, that's the one.
No, the other one was the one.
I can never remember which one it is.
Thank you. I mean, I did give it my all. What can I say?
You heard the little cheer.
I know.
What a beautiful thing.
I love that button
So
so
uplifting.
much. It's like, I almost like it as much as my clit.
Almost there. I'm checking my
applause
notes
button.
to see if I have anything of substance.
We should probably look at tabs too. Ooh, all right. So, which do you want to hear about first? My fascination with murder podcasts or lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming.
Okay.
Because we've been talking a little bit about this, and I want to know.
So, I did a thing the other night because I was doing the thing like think about like what Kitty said is think about. I didn't come out of the dream, so maybe this is why it didn't work. But I went to bed thinking about a very vivid dream that I've had, right? But I went into another vivid dream that I've already had. And I haven't had a recurring one in a while. So I was thinking about one, but I went into the other dream, right? But then what was weird is like I knew that I've done this before, you know what I mean? But I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't like control anything in it. But I've heard, I don't know if this is true. It probably isn't, but I don't care because maybe it is. But you can do this thing where if you are lucid in your dream, you should ask anyone in the dream what the date and time is. Because apparently they don't like it there. Like you'll get like crazy responses. Even like people have said like having a dream like where their partner is in the dream and it seems like totally normal. And I can't remember where I heard this exactly, but she was like saying that she asked like, oh, what's the date and time? And he turns to her and goes, why the fuck would you ask that? And like started screaming at her in the dream. And she had to like change like different areas of the dream. And I want to go to my dreams and ask what the date and time is and see what happens.
Do it.
You want to try it?
I'm going to try. I mean, I haven't had any like vivid dreams and I don't know why, but like I'm not like I don't know. I've never really been a dreamer, like remembering them very rarely. And sometimes it's nightmares mostly. I've never can remember any like really like fun, like happy dreams or
mine
like
aren't
that.
happy.
I know,
They're
but
just,
like,
I'm
gonna try and have a dream.
I want to see how fucked up it gets. And you're gonna try to have a dream, so that's our homework.
Where I'm gonna start.
All right, I'm gonna try to have a dream.
I have a dream.
I don't have a dream, but I'm trying.
Maybe it's like reverse psychology.
And
I'm like, I don't have a dream, and then I start dreaming.
Yeah, go
unlock
to
it.
bed thinking I don't dream, and then maybe you'll have like the craziest fucking dream. It was crazy.
And then I'll ask the time and the date.
I know that you're not into voodoo, but what about tarot cards? I don't know where my life would be without Liquid IV. I might be without a home. I might be alone forever. But instead, I know that I'm not hydrated because I keep Liquid IV. It goes strong. It goes hard in the pain.
It goes hard. Yes, it does. Every day.
Have you tried the new firecracker?
I have. It's freaking fire-tastic.
This reminds me of childhood. God damn it. The heat of summer.
The 4th of July.
The 4th of July, a humid August morning. Sneaking down into that freezer that we kept in the basement. Popping one of these bad boys out.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2. Maybe 3 if you have a problem like some of us in this room, if you know what I'm saying. You don't care. You're a kid. You burn that shit off quickly. Not anymore. Bad for your teeth. But you know what's good for you? Liquid IV. So you can bring back that childhood wonder with Popsicle Firecracker.
Yes.
Partnered with Liquid IV right here.
You don't have to feel guilty about splurging if you have a couple of these.
And if you're feeling crazy, you could get a mold of the firecracker and you could just freeze pops of Liquid IV. Did you ever think about that?
Mind blown.
Did you ever think about that? That's creativity. Liquid IV is being very, very, very creative with their flavors. They also have rainbow sherbet. Also reminds me of childhood. We kept a big tub of it in the freezer and I just go in there with a spoon and totally not scoop it out of the middle. I didn't even care if it was freezer burned. Made it better. Crunchy. Delicious.
Love a good texture.
But I'm getting older. And the older you get, the easier it is to get dehydrated. So I keep this me. I mean, this stuff. Bleep that. I don't fucking know.
This shiz.
All right. So you take this and I'll take this. And I want you guys to take yourselves to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and experience better hydration today.
I haven't played with them, but I knew someone who did.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought she was like, she knew how to read it, but I felt like she was kind of just making it all up.
Yeah, but that's half the... I just
Is
didn't
that
want to...
what it is?
Because I found these tarot cards, and I just think the art on them is really cool, and they're like
Yeah.
holographic, and I thought it'd be fun just to do it like for the pod or for Patreon or something,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to do the whole voodoo doll thing. I didn't know if you were afraid of tarot cards or just the
No.
voodoo doll.
I mean, I've never, like, I haven't experimented much. When my friend did it and she did a reading for me, I was like, this seems like a horoscope.
Can we do a Ouija board for Halloween?
That's scary. that to me is like voodoo doll.
But it could be good spirits.
I'll sleep on it and see if I have a dream.
Okay. You have a dream about it. You have a premonition dream.
Maybe. Because
Premonition
What
dreams.
do you
think
ask-
premonition dreams are real? Do you think that that's like, what do you think about that?
maybe it's like a warning.
Yeah, I just wonder.
Like preparing you.
Because I know
for
that you
it.
said you don't have a bunch of dreams, but like,
Rarely,
it's like the
yeah.
thing that I mentioned with like, oh, this place, I feel like I've been here before, or this stuff. I do wonder
If you've been there in your dreams before.
the dreams, or if it's just like something else. Like we were talking about with
Something
Kitty,
dark
like
side.
yes, like the where the universe like folds in on itself, and it's like it's already happened. I don't know. I just think that's so interesting.
It is.
This is my new religion, dreams.
That's a good idea. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. Is there, I mean, maybe I should eat some more cheese before I go to bed.
You should just eat a bunch of cheese before
Cheese
bed.
dreams.
Go to Super Frico, get the mozzarella platter, just eat it all to yourself, and then go to sleep.
And have a diary ready just to like write everything down.
Yeah, or you can just do like me with your eyes closed and start doing this into your notes so that you can't make sense of anything in the morning. That's how I in the night. This is me hitting my own face too. I do that.
She wakes up with words on her face
I'm like,
from the pen. It says penis.
no, sometimes I get like scratches on my face though in the night because I think like
Your nails?
my man took a video of me on the plane. I was having a bit of a panic one of the flights, and I fell into like a panic dream. I don't know really what I was dreaming on the plane, but this was me. Like in the video, I'm like, like, what was I dreaming about? I don't think people could see that. I'm just like out in public sleeping like that.
Did
Are
your
you
man
crazy?
record you?
Yes. Yes. It's not cute in any way. I'm like, damn, he really does love me because like that was because you're also in a plane, right? So you're like this. So I have like a double chin going on because you're.
I have a photo that Carlo took of me similar, and it's something our men must like love, you know, like, 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
they're like, I like when they look gross.
really gross. So I'm asleep on the houseboat, like just asleep on the little like ledge, and I'm laying like this, like kind of like in a fetal position, right? But like I was much heavier then. This was like a year ago, and my belly was like out, and like it looked like I was pregnant. And it looked like one of my nipples was almost falling out. Like
That's
of
why.
my, like,
That's why he took it.
bikini.
He's like,
But I was like, I just looked like this blob of a person, and I'm like drooling, I think, or like my mouth's open. Or
oh, I
whatever.
drool so much.
I drool.
It's
That's
weird.
a good like a good sleep though when you drool. That means
Not
you're
for
in a
me. Sometimes one of my dreams I've woken up from, like the entire side of my face was wet. You know,
It's pretty gross, but that means you were sleeping good. It's an indicator. I mean, take it or leave it.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
that photo haunts me to this day. Like whenever I run across it, I'm like, ooh.
you're like,
But like
you think about that photo, you're like, Jim.
Jim, exactly. Yeah, or don't eat all the fucking food in the world. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like
I just noticed like we have like a ghost photo. I think that's probably me. But do you see what
Where?
I'm talking about?
this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was covered up by the thing before. I just saw it. I'm like, that's terrifying.
it's like Sasquatch. Isn't it?
like
it's
those photos you took of me on the beach in Hawaii. And the way I walk so hunched. I walk like the hunchback of Notre Dame.
that one right there
Yeah,
where you're
that's a good one.
hunched.
I'm hunched in so many. It's often like I'm hunching right now.
Me too. I'm always hunching. It's like I have a rainbow back.
But to be fair, I also like feel just so full of sugar. I need to take a break from sugar. Like, I can't help myself. I've been trying to snack like one gummy cluster at a time.
Yeah.
Still eat the same amount.
Just pace it out through the day.
It's so hard.
So what's the dragon's name? He's so cute.
I named him on stream, but now I can't remember what I named him.
I love him.
I feel like he's been in here for a while, but I think he was on this and fell down because I found him the other day. But yeah.
He's cute.
We could name him now. I'm reading new smut about
Peter?
dragons. Well, it's not dragons that are doing the smutting. It's not weird like that. It's the riders of the dragons. Okay, like, come on, get with the picture.
Wait, people that ride the dragons?
Yeah, and they fuck.
What?
Fuck. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not as good as Akatar, but
Wait, do they like just ride out majestically and then they go and fuck?
After battles, sometimes before. Yeah, there's like a whole like hate thing going on in the beginning, which is pretty fun.
Is this for the same author?
No, new. Yeah, okay, and I'm reading them right now. I haven't got started on the next series from her yet. I'm just all smut all day, baby. That's like my new genre that got me back into reading. And I'm like, you know what? I'm here for it. All right. Here's the thing, too. Like, watching porn is like, why am I going to watch porn? Like, I used to watch porn, but now I'm like, I'm in porn. I make porn. Like,
Yeah, you're like, I don't got
porn
time
is work.
for that.
Like, I like to think about it. I like to imagine what they look like. I actually started drawing one of the fairy things from
Did
the
you?
other Akatar. Yeah.
I need to see this.
He looks pretty hot, but he's not finished yet. So,
Are you going to submit these?
no, they're just for me.
You
Yeah.
should.
I just feel like sometimes I have a thing that I see in my head. I have to get it out. I have to like put it out there, you know?
I love that.
I'm overdue for a tattoo as well. I've been realizing. I've been saying it for like since Bali.
Are you going to do the snake?
Yeah, but I've just drawn so many snakes that I'm like, I don't know which is the right snake. Honey, what does it make you think of? Sweet, delicious, sticky, licking it off your partner? If you want to have fun with a special friend or are someone who loves self-pleasure, Honey Playbox has the toys for you. Use our code TWND to save 15% on your purchase. Amp up your playtime at honeyplaybox.com. You deserve pleasure, so elevate your experience with Honey Playbox and support our show by using code TWND at checkout. Watching podcasts is fun. Watching reruns, also fun, but nothing beats a live experience. Check out our friends at Jerkmate by going to jkmte.com/TWND. Every sign up helps our show. Don't jerk alone. Get your front row seat to live events. Try Gold Show from the comfort of your couch. Check the show description or go to jkmte.com/TWND to try it out. You know, I feel like I haven't
You should
I
take a
haven't made it yet.
poll.
That's why I keep drawing snakes. Because I keep like being
You're
like,
gonna
it's almost there.
Yeah, you're creating it.
I'm creating the snake. The snake takes time. All right. To digest, not to move. Snakes are pretty fast. Well, not all snakes, but a lot of snakes.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane. Snakes on a motherfucking plane. I want a snake. I want like a black snake and a white snake, like a yin and yang snakes, and I can just walk around with my snakes.
Have you ever had a snake?
Yeah, hissy fit.
Oh,
It was just like a garden snake. Like,
That's a cute name.
yeah. I've always liked that kind of stuff, but I had an iguana, lizard. But I just think snakes are so cool. And here's the thing. I was thinking about this because fam's been like, well, like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't do things. Like, most of the things that I do are at home things that I do alone. Like,
Comedy show?
comedy show, but like, we did that.
Was it fun?
It was fun. Yeah, no, it was fun. But it's like, and I could do it again, right? But it's like, out of like activities.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to learn wood burning. I would like to make candles. How about I paint something? How about I draw something for 8 hours? Like,
Our candles are so pretty. And like it was funny because like the little flowers were like burning on fire inside.
were they?
Because I finally burned one.
Yeah, I don't think that they were supposed to be maybe in candles, but I don't care because you can go your own
It
way.
added more flame. I liked it.
I had a thing. Where did it go? Listen, y'all. I'm operating on
There's
my
a
last brain
thing.
cell. Oh,
Did you find it?
I did find it. Sorry, I am operating on my last brain cell. I apologize. Things have
Same
been
here.
because all right. So I wanted to prepare right for making just sure everything I was pretty much caught up on, like before people arrived.
And the
you know what I mean?
Halloween season.
And the Halloween season, the Halloween season, the Halloween season. Better than holiday season because, you know, I've always thought the holiday season song, it's like it's so all encompassing. It's like what holiday? You could sing that for any holiday.
The holiday season.
Why do you know? Well, it's not just for Christmas. Christmas isn't the only holiday. Christmas is like high on its own ass, honestly.
Christmas is extra.
Christmas isn't even that fucking great. I'm going to go out and say it. All right? I don't think Christmas is that great. Do I mind it? A little bit, if I'm honest. Because it's like November, and all of a sudden, every fucking store that you walk into smells like Jingle Balls, and it's playing that on the radio. Wait, bells. Yeah. Well, it smells like Jingle Balls, so I don't know what to tell you.
I'm confused.
Why?
In my notes, I have dog costume, poop everywhere. Where's Molly? Question mark. Where's Waldo? Are these ideas we've had?
That's
for
a
things?
lot.
Sudden death, loose stool, rage, heart attack, paranoia, hallucinations. Those sound like side effects.
Sounds like notes that you wrote during one of your dreams that you don't have.
At the vet, giant thermometer. Okay.
Oh, well, we talked about Julia taking a thermometer per butt, but it wasn't giant.
This was ideas to do for content. You were the one in the dog costume.
Oh yeah, then I think we decided that we shouldn't do that. Listen, after the debacle with
Everywhere?
I don't understand.
I don't know either. I'm sorry, everybody.
Why is there poop everywhere? What was that in a reference to?
Maybe the thermometer.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm just gonna shit everywhere for no reason. This has gone off the rails, and I don't know what to tell you.
It just seems proper.
So how has been has you been like gone? Has you been like taking care of yourself?
No, yeah, I've been like just at home.
Taking
chilling.
care of me.
Yeah, well, he's been working in town, thank God.
Yeah,
Like, he
okay,
hasn't
that's
been
good.
traveling, but it's been like a 5-day long gig.
Yeah, and they're long
So-
days for what he has to do. Fuck.
Yeah, he goes early in the
So
morning,
annoying.
and I've just been like, okay, just leave me here to rot.
Yeah.
No, but like it's been fine because like I didn't want him to get sick either. So like I was just like, just don't like get near me, and it's hard. He's like, but you're right here. I'm just gonna hold you. And I'm like, you're gonna get sick.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how sick I get versus how sick I just say that I get, because for so long, right, if I ever got sick, it's like my ex would be like, you're not
You're
that sick, like
fine.
you're fine, you're just like, man, you just don't want to work, you just don't. And so I just be like, oh yeah, I'm not sick, I'm actually fine. Well, I can't breathe through my nose, but that's totally normal. I don't know what to tell you. And now I just I don't know sometimes when I'm sick or
You're
if
like,
I'm like,
because you suck it up so much.
yeah. And I'll just be like, this is fine. I'm just tired.
I'm not dying or anything.
I refuse to take my own temperature ever. I'm just like, if I don't know and I don't die, then what's the problem?
Yeah, I was so worried about the spider bite on my foot actually
yeah.
because how big it got. Like it looked like almost like a ball because it was so red and swollen. But the thing is, when I was like looking it up, like spider bites or bites in general, they're like it's only really dangerous if you get like shooting pain up your leg, which I didn't have.
Yeah.
But I was like, am I dying? Are they gonna have to cut my foot off?
That's so funny because like your foot actually swelled up and you were like pretty calm about it. You're like, I'll just research it. I had 2 little spots show up on my foot, but it didn't swell. Nothing happened. And the panic that I had, I was like, I don't know what this is. This wasn't here before. And I'm Googling everything. And I'm
then
like
you find
I'm
a million-
starting to give myself like symptoms that aren't there.
I
right?
hate Googling.
And I
shit.
discovered that it was just like from my shoe rubbing on it because my socks slipped down. The panic that I put myself into for like 12 hours of like, I have never seen this before. This has never happened. I'm going to my man like, this has never happened. I have never had a spot like this anywhere on my body that I can think of. I might be dying right now.
Dude.
But then if I'm like, I have a fever of 104, I'm like,
You're like, this is fine.
I gotta work, bitch. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, and meanwhile, as I'm Googling, of course, I'm still working, but I'm in a constant panic. It's like I have a sexting tab open here, and then I'm Googling, like, what happens? Do I have to cut off my foot? What happened? What spider could this be? I'm Googling, like, different spider bites.
I know, and then for a while, I was worried because I was like, I don't even see the bite. I was like, I don't even see it, but now I do. It's like this little thing here, the little runnis, and that's where it was really itchy. And then I had one on my hand. But that one's gone. But, like, it was right here. And for a second, I was like, ooh, my right hand's itchy. Maybe I need to go gamble. Like, because they say that's a sign of, like, you might win money. Like, if your right hand itches or if your left hand itches, that means you're going to lose money.
Oh.
And I'm like, so when my right hand itches, I get excited. And I always make it that joke, like, oh, time to go to the casino. But anyway, so, like, I was worried, though, because, like, I couldn't see the bite. And it was just swollen. I'm like, maybe it's just, I'm just dying. And I'm like, why?
Well, I'm glad that you didn't.
I didn't die. And I'm still here.
I have a little wart on my hand that's always been there. And it never gets bigger.
Let me
it's just
see.
a little bump right there.
Where?
And sometimes it gets itchy. And that's why I know it's going to rain. I'm just kidding. I don't know what it means. It's just itchy.
She could tell the future from it.
I felt like that little witch at Smith's could tell the future for sure. Something weird was going on with that. I still think about it like it lives rent free in my brain.
And something's wrong with her if this is the kind of chocolate she's just enjoying, like on her own, like free time.
Maybe she had another box in the car and she's like, I don't like this. I'm just gonna go like pawn it off on someone in the grocery store.
She staged all that.
I forgot to tell you about the woman who was walking in the Cosmo. This bitch had to be in her 60s, right? And I say this bitch with all fucking love because
All
she
respect.
had white hair, right? But it was like perfectly coiffed. She has tight leather pants on. She's like walking with her man who's also like older and dressed like rocker style, right?
Like bikers?
She has like a nice belt on, like not bikers, but like punk.
Wow.
And she had a corset on, and without that corset, you know those things were hanging down to her rib cage, and that is A-okay because they were up in there and just like
Lifted and supported.
it was like watching soup in a bowl, and she was just shoulders back, fucking striding. She had like accessories, and she had like a "don't fuck with me" face and like perfect makeup, and I was like, I want to be you someday.
in a bowl.
2 bowls of soup. Because they're not like as full as they once were, but you could tell they used to be big bazookas. You know what I mean? So it's like, but they were, and it was like a corset top. So her like,
But they were
bowls of
jiggling.
soup.
They were jiggles.
Yeah, but more like, it was more skin jiggles, but you could tell that they were once big bazookas. And she just was fucking rocking it, dude. And I was like, this is
Badass.
crazy. She had like a dark red lip and everything. I was like, Mommy?
She's a queen.
yeah, it was really cool.
I love that. I love seeing powerful women out in in the
yes.
real world.
And seeing them, especially older, because you know you think about that all the time. Because someone was saying, there was like some fucking TikTok sound I did where it was like saying that you're like old. How did this happen or whatever? And then someone was saying something about being in the 30s, and they're like, I'm so terrified of my 30s, and like blah blah blah. And I said something that I was like, what, I can't remember, but it was basically like, I used to worry all the time about becoming 30, right?
Uh-huh. And now you're 30.
But think about all the time that I wasted just worrying about, like, what happened at 30? Nothing. If anything, shit has been getting progressively better, both like mentally, physically, like health-wise, like everything is getting better. And instead, I spent all this time just thinking that everything would end at that point.
At 30?
And so I stopped like doing anything, like I didn't have any sort of like outside thoughts other than like everything is over when I hit 30.
Yeah.
It's like, think about all the time that I just wasted. That's why I'm like not worried about, I mean, I think everyone's worried about aging a little bit, but like whatever the age is, I'm like, that doesn't matter because it's like, this is how I look right now.
And
it's not
still-
how I'll look in fucking 10 years or whatever, but maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets significantly worse. I don't know. But like, I can't waste my time worrying about that because there's so many things that I like wouldn't do because there's so many things I didn't do before.
Yeah.
'Cause I used to think I was busy. I was not busy. Now I am busy. Now I'm very, very busy. Y'all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Kawaii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Kawaii Lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Kawaii Lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you. And like, with good things,
Yes.
but it's like, yeah, you can't stress about that.
Also, isn't it like just amazing though? Because aging isn't rapid. Thank God. Because speaking from like being like close to 40 now, like I always wonder when is the day going to be when I look in the mirror and think, God damn, I need to get some like filler or like Botox or whatever. Because I still haven't done anything.
I'm going to look at that
And
for
I'm
like the next
wondering-
3 months. I should be good until
Look at what?
Botox.
Yeah,
I'm
but
due.
it's like the thing is, when do you know you're due? Like, because when will I feel like it's time?
I don't think
Like, when will you know?
I don't think that. Okay, so here's another thing, right? You have great skin
But
because
where-
I've seen you without makeup, right? It's different for everyone,
Right? And
I
it's
think, like,
preventative.
for me too. It's like a lot of one of the only reasons that I get the Botox is right here on my forehead, because for so long I gave myself this worry line,
Yeah.
and it goes right here, thanks to my ex. And that's just life. So I just and I needle it away. Poof, it's gone. And then eventually I just have to deal with it again.
So it just lasts like a few months.
Like 6 months. It just depends too, like how much you sweat, and I work out a lot, so it kind of depends, especially during the summer.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
do.
woo, I'll be sweating. I have some panties for sale if anyone is interested.
And our feet show the sweat in our slippers. Trust us.
Oh god.
And my sandals. Those sandals were not black inside. Like the foot part.
Mm-hmm.
Those were like light tan when I bought those.
By the way, I was thinking about the episode with Kitty, right?
Yeah.
And you were asking me, this is a callback, everyone, if I would be interested in selling, if I would sell my urine in mason jars. And you were very incredulous when I said no. And you said, it's just pee. There's a clip of it. It's just pee. It's just pee. It's just feet pics.
Oh yeah, that's right. It is just feet pics, and my toes do look
I
pretty
feel
good.
like feet pics is a little even lower down than piss mason jars.
Yeah.
And if it's just piss, then sell your feet.
Right? Especially when it's swollen.
Yeah.
They might get extra money.
Extra money. You can do a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, look at
Just
this
like
fat little
like,
chunky
I
foot.
can't flex these
Yeah,
toes
this-
as much. These ones I can spread out like this. But
These
this
ones don't
one's
move.
swollen.
I have no feeling. I just start punching my feet.
Are you swollen right now like my swollen toes? Swollen for me. You like the difference? Yeah. Fucking be buying 2 new cars before you know it. You're like, I don't even
Yes.
need the second one, but these babies.
They do. They asked for
They
it.
need
They
it.
get it.
What my toes want, my toes get.
That should be the slogan of the like page.
What my toes want, my toes get. See? Money on the table. There it is. All you got to do is reach out and
Wait.
touch it. Let's hear it for Laura's feet. Let's get Laura selling feet pics. Can we please? Honestly, I'm going to just put you on Feet Finder.
Do it. You know what to do. I'm sure you have a photo somewhere.
I probably
Actually,
do.
yes, from the content we did
I have
for the
so
music
many-
video.
So many photos. That, do you ever think, like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, Edward was a puppy 3 days ago, and I'll scroll back and I'm like, years years, even through favorites, which
That's-
is so much less than just other phone clutter on my phone.
That's what I've been doing the past few days. Is just going through photos. Because
And
I mean,
I'm
I'm
just
like, I'm bored of TV now, and so now I've just been like going through old photos.
I love doing that sometimes. You get
Especially-
these random memories and then some that you're like, ah, I remember that time.
Some
you
that
know?
haunt.
Yeah, some that some
No.
photos haunt. That's the name of this episode.
This one.
Some photos haunt.
That'll be the cover. It's just you.
Some photos do be haunting. It's giving Voorhees. It's giving. Oh, speaking of Halloween coming up, we have all of our costumes planned for
We're ex-
October, the month of
Yes.
Halloween.
You guys are not ready.
And I know I did Jason last year, but did you like the Kruger? Girl.
That was freaking epic.
Y'all don't even know. Well, if you're on my page, you know I haven't released it on social media yet, but I gave a little
It's coming.
sneak peek to my people. All right. But yeah, so there's so much Halloween stuff coming. I think we do have to sort something out for Patreon, and I think that we should do our own pumpkin carving for Patreon again.
Yes. For Zoom chat?
I think here's the thing. Doing it on Zoom chat.
Would be challenging.
You know what we could do on Zoom chat? Here's a thought. Because here's the thing. Scooping up pumpkin, I can't do it on Zoom chat. We can be judges, but I take too much time with my pumpkin. It would exceed our Zoom chat limit. Like I can spend an hour and a half on a pumpkin. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So my thought is, what if y'all who want to participate would scoop out your pumpkin preemptively? That takes the longest work with a pumpkin. We all start with our pumpkins ready to go. Well, you guys do. We watch and we judge because that is what we are best at. And we do a pumpkin carve off, and whoever wins can get merch. Yeah?
Let's do
Yeah.
it. Bring your own pumpkin.
Yeah, you do want that.
Already carved.
Patreon.com/TWND podcast. Join any of the dirtbag tiers and you'll be able to be included in our monthly Zoom chats. And we still have to have a few more joiners. I think it's like 2 more joiners. And let me look. The app doesn't give
Tell
you
your
as much
friends.
information,
We
but
need,
let me see
we need
this.
the patrons. You guys should really be a part of it too. We have so much fun on our Zoom chats. They're always late.
Never mind. I was just joking. We still need 3, 8, 18.
18?
Which
Till foot by the foot?
Chill fruit by the foot off of Laura's foot. And remember, we're going to draw 2 winners as well from that next group of people to win limited edition t-shirts.
It could be you.
It could be you if you join us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. And it's awesome because you get no ads. You get day early releases. You get your own ad-free audio stream that you can plug into your favorite podcatcher. You have things like Krampus, Football Fantasy, the music video that is on YouTube. You should be going to youtube.com/TWND podcast to play it all the time. I don't know why you are not, honestly. But you get a bunch of fun stuff there, photo sets, all that kind of cool stuff. And the Zoom chats are really the best part. And now apparently we're having a pumpkin carve off for Halloween next month because it's been decided here. So, and I would also like to hear from you as well. TWNDpodcast@gmail.com or 702-900-6446 for voicemails, because I want to hear about the photos that haunt you. Is there any time, like, do you have any story or anything that you would like to share, get off your chest about a time that you have scrolled through your camera roll and been like, oh, here's the good memories, and then have one that just makes you scream? Let's get in the Halloween season because it is almost here and I'm getting very excited, and I think so it'd be a fun little segment to have during the Halloween season. The Halloween season. We need to hear about the photos that haunt you, and if you have any other haunting stories, anything spooky, anything scary, or anything that's just like scary from people,
Or
not
creepy.
necessarily like supernatural forces. They are among us. Beware. So please participate in the pod. Love the pod. Follow the pod. Subscribe to the pod.
Share the pod.
Worship the pod. And if you do wear our merch, please tag us at TWND Podcast on Instagram and X, and we will share your posts because we love to see it. And you can follow me. I don't know what that voice was that I did. And you can follow me on Instagram at thisredheadissfw. And you can follow Laura
At Wham Glam Artistry.
And remember, share your hauntings. And we will see you Monday.
Come.
The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is presented by TWND Productions, created and hosted by Molly Stewart, co-hosted by Laura Contreras, and produced by David Warne.